Now, I did tell you guys last episode that I was going to talk about History 3 Trapped, but I realized that I can't talk about History 3 Trapped in a negative light. It wouldn't be fair because I feel like that specific BL is so beautiful, so well put together, so well written, so well acted, and has an amazing cast. So I can't I refuse to negatively talk about that show whatsoever. So I decided I'm gonna wait for a little bit later down the line because it'll just be me gushing over the show the entire time. But for this episode, I think, well, I don't think I know, that I'm going to talk about a show so polarizing, so vile to me, that it fully made me stop watching BL for a year and a half. And that show is What the Duck. When I tell you I have nothing nice to say about that show, it would be being too nice. Every time I think about that show, something in my body convulses and forces me into this rage, this angst, because I felt like I wasted so much of my time watching it. The show started off so strong too, because the cast looked really interesting. You have Strong, who's like a new person coming in, and he's soft and he's super cute. And then you have Oreo, who looks like somebody who would be fun to be around. And you have Mew, because, and as we know, he grew to be a powerhouse of all BL Nation. And we have Art, who seemed to be like this sweet guy who just wanted to like exist. Now, the show itself was bad. It was bad. I can't even pretend to be nice about it. I don't even think I can sit here and lie to you because that would feel awful for me to sit here and expect you to believe a lie and say that What the Duck was worth the watch. I guess we should start from the beginning. There is, mind you, I'm not gonna rewatch the show, so a lot of the stuff that I'm going to talk about will be paraphrased and maybe even made up, but in my heart, I feel like it's real, and it's enough to know that that's all it takes for me, especially here. Um, I think the show starts off with Oreo. I don't know his character's name, and I'm not gonna pretend to know his character's name. It's again, Oreo's character is working, I believe, in the food service at an airport. His dream is to become a flight attendant so he can be a flight attendant with his current girlfriend. Now, his girlfriend, that character was a lot to handle. Not because it was a bad character, not because it was a bad actress. It was just there was just a lot. There was just so much going on with her and with him. Like she was kind of pushy and forced him into like she was kinda, like, mistreating him because he didn't get the job that she got. Something happened and he didn't get enough good scores or he didn't show off well towards the people that would get him the job. Anyways, he gets the closest thing that he can get, and it's like a food service job at the airport. I don't know. Turns out that at that same place, Strong's character is around or working there. I don't know. Listen, I like I said, I'm not going to try to cover up the fact that I am not watching that again. But ba but basically, I guess Oreo grows fond of of cooking, food, I don't know, whatever. Strong's character becomes a little too obsessed with Oreo's character, and it sets off this, like, really weird path for a relationship that just makes me super uncomfortable. Let's leave them let's put a pin on this couple for a second and talk about the other couple. Mew and Art. Now, for some reason, those 2 could have saved the show. They really could have. They had the best chemistry. They had the best liners, like, they seemed to flow so well with each other. And Mew was so good for I think that was one of his, like, first starting jobs, I believe. I think so. I could be wrong. I'm not gonna look it up. I should look it up. I'll look it up later and then tell you guys later. But, Mew did such a good job. I was so surprised because when I found out that that was, like, one of his first jobs, I was like, "That's really good for somebody who's just starting out." Like, it's not bad. But him and Art has such good chemistry, they were so cute with each other, and I just felt like it was really good. It was so good. Um, their characters' relationship was really rocky because I guess they were supposed to be the alpha couple of the show, like, the couple that got together and would stay together. But little do we know, stuff happens behind the scenes and they kinda just, like, deviate from each other in real life as well as in the show. I think it had a lot to do with real life stuff that they made their characters' relationship so far apart. Anyways, besides the point. Um, I believe that one of them is a flight attendant and the other one is spoiled. Uh, I don't know. Again, I'm so sorry. I'm not rewatching the show. Please don't make me. I'm begging you. Don't make me rewatch the show because I really can't. Um, but anyways, they're like together and their relationship starts off really good and it's really strong. Um, I believe Mew's character is Oreo's girlfriend's brother. Don't quote me. Don't look at me. Look the other way while I talk about the show. But uh a lot of the bad that I felt was really bad from the show stems from the budget. It's one of those BLs at the time that I feel like Line TV was just popping them out for the sake of popping them out. So it just felt really poor. Bad script writing, bad lines, bad acting on Oreo and Strong's part. Not because they couldn't improve. It just felt like the director was like, be as crazy as you possibly can and then go after each other. And then they just improv the whole thing. I think that's what it was. It might have been just a bunch of improv. Oh, no. Was it just a bunch of improv? No, I can't be. Can it? Either way, I just remember it being really bad. They didn't seem to be interested on being around each other for the most part, even though it was like a cat and mouse chase where, like, Strong's character would chase after Oreo's character, and eventually they, like, end up together even though Oreo has a girlfriend, and then Oreo breaks up with his girlfriend to be with Strong's character. I don't know. You know what? I feel rude. I'm just gonna look, as we're here together, as a group, as a unit, as friends, because I feel like now we're friends. Like, if you've been listening to my voice, I feel like now we're a collective of friendship, right? Can I say that? Can I say that? We're friends. Anyways, we're friends. Now, as we're talking here, I'm gonna look it up. What the duck? My drama list. Now, we're gonna take a little second and we're gonna look right there. Okay. Oh, that right. Right. So Oreo's character's name is Pop. Strong's character is Oat. Is it Oat? No, that cannot be the name. Whatever. I'm not judgmental. I'll just keep the struggle. Um, so the whole time Oat is like chasing after Pop aggressively to the point where Pop is like, dude, you need to chill out. Okay. You gotta relax. You gotta calm down. You're crazy right now. This is not you. This isn't you. You're crazy right now. But it was him. He's just really aggressive. Eventually he kind of like waters him down and they eventually get together. I guess. I don't know. It wasn't good. Let me tell you, it wasn't good. Um, the plot line had so many holes that I just couldn't grasp a lot of it, and most of it just felt forced, right? I'm gonna say that it felt forced because the 2 characters didn't really seem to like each other. They also didn't seem to have a lot in common because Pop was very much like a soft city boy, while Oat was like a country guy who was like, "I like corn." Do you know what I mean? It felt like that. We're gonna take a little break, and then when I come back, I think we should talk about um more of Mew's character and more of R's character because I feel like they could have saved the show, but they really didn't. I'll catch you guys in the next 6. Now, Mew's character is named Pre, while Art's character is named Rambo. Pre and Rambo were, I guess I said it in the beginning, the alpha couple. The 2 of them were perfect for each other, they were great together. Chemistry, up the wall, left and right. I just remember it being really fun to to watch the 2 of them on screen, while did not feel the same way about Pop and Oat. While Pop and Oat were doing this weird cat and mouse chase, Rambo and Pretty were doing this, like, lovey-dovey, like, we're meant to be together kinda shtick. Now, just like a lot of these BLs, um, Rambo, his father, I think he only has a father. I don't really think they talk about the mother. Rambo's father is kind of completely against him being a homosexual. While Paris' family seems to be extremely accepting of, maybe not extremely, but kind of like, I guess they're just kind of accepting of Pre being gay. Um, Now Mo, who's Pre's sister, who is also Pop's girlfriend, I'm telling you, confusing, not necessary confusion, but, Mo, Pre's sister, she is also accepting of him, while also doing her dream of being a flight attendant. Um, Pre and Rambo are going stronger, they're moving on their relationship forward. But Pre's father, I guess, springs up that he wants Pre to get married to a woman and gives Pre a arranged marriage. Not sure if this is season 1 or if this is in season 2, but I remember it instinctively that the future wife, possible not future wife, is a great character. Like, she was a good actress and she did a really good job in the show. I remember that for the part that she was given, right? Anyways, back to the couple. Um, Pre and Rambo go through some ups and downs because Rambo has a sex addiction slash drug problem. Ooh. Rambo kind of likes to have promiscuous sex with people. I believe it talked about how he had kind of like a rocky relationship with sex and drugs before he met Pre, and then Pre was kind of the pushing factor that pushed him into becoming a better person. Listen, please, like I said in the first part, don't quote me on this because I don't know if this is true, and I refuse to rewatch the show because this show is violent for me. Besides the point. They seem to be getting along fine until Rambo, I believe, has a slip up. He then does drugs, and then we see a third character show up. Now, this third character, what was that guy's name? Is attractive. Let me tell you, he is hot. This man is the actor they picked for this. I don't know what his name is. I don't know who he is. I don't know where I've seen him before, but oh my god, is he hot? No, I think this is season 3. I think I'm talking about season 2, not season 3. I'm so sorry. I'm talking out of my butt. But I believe this might be season 2. I think it's kind of like What the Duck 2 Final Call, something. But that man, I remember that man being so hot, and I remember it sparking a fight between, I don't even know how to say it. I remember being like a this man is bad and he keeps giving him drugs and giving him the drugs means that he gets to have sex with Rambo while giving him drugs. I listen, it was a mess. Like, it just felt really uncomfortable. They didn't handle the drug situation right. They just kind of like threw it all in everyone's faces. Like, there's like a scene where he's like sniffing something off of a table or like popping pills and like drinking like copious amounts of alcohol. It Listen, uh, you know, it's just not whatever. I guess Pre takes offense to this, which he should because it's awful. Hello, your boyfriend is like taking drugs and getting frisky with a random guy that he met in a club I don't even remember how they met that guy, but I know it's from the past and he knew him before. him and Pre-Med, I believe. Please don't quote me. Again, I'm not rewatching the show. Don't make me. But anyways, so while this is happening, Pop and Oat are having their own kind of like escalation of relationship, I guess, because eventually Pop and Mo break up because Pop realizes that he might not really be he might not be wanting to be a flight attendant, or was it that he didn't want to be in a relationship with her anymore? Whichever one it was one of those. And which led them to like have a rift between each other and forced Pop into Oat's hands of love. Mo, on the other hand, great character, good actress, starts falling in love with Nick, who is the pilot or captain of the plane that she's a flight attendant in. I guess for some reason they're always together. Is that common? Is it common for flight attendants to always have the same captain or pilot? Either way, she seemed to always be in the same plane that Nick was driving, piloting. Ooh. And they kind of start having this like on and off flirtatious romantic relationship in the plane. Mind you, she's while Pop is being chased by Oat, knowing that Pop has a girlfriend, Mel has stayed pretty like recluse. And like even though Nick was giving her like sexy eyes, she was like, "Don't look at me. I'm taken." Um so eventually when her and Pop break up, she kind of just like decides to give Nick a chance. By the way, the actor for Nick is super cute. Very attractive man, but I don't think I've seen him on anything else besides What the Duck. I don't even think I've heard of him. I know he's older, in like his 30s, so maybe that's why. Because as the older you get in these BLs, the less work you do. Because I guess after the age of 26, you're pretty much dead to acting casting agents. I don't know, whatever. As long as you look young, I think they still keep you around. But even then, it's impossible. I guess it must be really hard to find gigs after you reach a certain adult age where you're no longer able to play a college student who wears a white shirt for a living. Um, but that aside, back to What the Duck. So Mo and Nick start having a relationship, and it's cute. For the most part, they seem to be like hanging around each other, which I guess seems to stick. Something good happens to them. I guess that's where we're at with that. I'm happy for them though. Makes me She was great. Um Acting was good, decent. Nothing really to complain about. With her character, I should say. What else? What else? I guess yeah, for the most part it was decent. The relationship. Now, let's go back for a bit because now I want to talk about Oat and Pop. Now, their relationship, I guess, blossoms into super aggressive, in your face, constantly screaming and yelling, which I thought was like extremely unappealing and very much just not the effort that it should be taking. So I just feel like maybe the acting could have been better, maybe the script could have been better. I think that's also the problem that I've had with the show too. The script for the show was hot garbage. It was full on feces. Like whoever wrote it, let me see actually is there a cast list of who wrote the script? No, there's a director. A director, but not not a screenwriter. But oh man, that script was non-existent, I believe. I think I read it somewhere that most of the show was, like, ad-libbed, or at least most of the memorable stuff was ad-libbed, and even then, it was just like, "No, not good." Um, but I'm also gonna take a little break here, and then when I come back, I'm gonna, I guess, talk about the whole last bit of the show, which I guess is the weird s I'll talk about it. I'll see you guys in 1 sec. Okay. So now it's all coming back to me and I'm starting to remember a bit more about the show. and the parts that I really felt were uncomfortable. So Rambo does eventually start following or start having a relationship with a random guy who keeps giving him drugs and giving him alcohol, and he keeps using drugs and having sex with this man. But also, Pre starts falling for Pop, which out of nowhere, I don't think it's out of nowhere. I think it has to do with the fact that he had a crush on Pop while Pop was dating his sister Mo. And when he found out that Pop might be a little on the fruity side, he's like, maybe I have a shot. Uh it's a little too much for me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Because when I first um realized what was happening with the show, um the idea that these 2 in a perfect relationship could just turn on each other so quickly without having any reasons. Like, they didn't even have a falling out. It just well, did they have a falling out? No, I don't think so. The first time, I don't think it was. I think the second time they had a falling out, but the first time, it wasn't even like that. It was just them, like, talking to each other. I don't even know. It's all up in the air and just very much uncomfortable. Meanwhile, this is all happening, Mo is getting bullied by the other flight attendants in the plane. They, I guess, don't like how she looks, or they think she's too pretty and they keep picking on her. The reason why her and Nick start having a relationship is because Nick is the only one who stands up for her. Because while this is all happening, Nick is like, hey, girls, what are you doing? Calm down. Stop doing that. And Mo was like, oh, my knight in shiny airplane. Thank you for your airplane help. I don't know. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, it's just not good. It's not a good script. It's not a good show. If I had to rate it, I would give it like a 2 out of 10 sunshines. Is that a good thing? Should I do sunshines? I feel like sunshines is no, maybe not sunshines. I don't know. It's a 2 out of 10 for me. Mm, it could have been good. It had some like Mew is a good actor, so that could have like easily made the show better. Art was also a good actor, so the 2 of them could have easily held the show on their backs and carried it all the way through, having a good plot line, and then they probably could have gotten a really nice spin-off together. Maybe like What the Duck, Rambo, pre-Rambo, I don't know, something. But a lot of behind the scenes things happening that I'm not gonna get into because I don't know the full details. I don't know of the entire situation. I just know that it was bad to the point where people keep losing fans and people stop talking and people stop being friends with each other. Um, but the person who was in charge of the script, or even the director, maybe it's the director's fault as well, instead of making Pri and Rambo's relationship like a good thing to represent like a good and healthy LGBT slash male ex male relationship, they kind of just said, "You're gonna be a drug user and you're gonna fall in love with your sister boyfriend." And I think that's where maybe it might have been like crossing a line for me. Um, the character of Pre, I guess, was good and well written. The character of Rambo was good and well written. Oat could have used a lot of help. Didn't like his character at all. He was super aggressive and very angry all the time, and it just wasn't fun. Pop was too like, I'm so shy, and everything is like a surprise for me, and I don't know. I guess Mo and Nick are a redeeming couple as well. Their relationship did eventually become good, so I guess that's okay. Um, what else? Oh, the drug dealer. That subplot with the drug dealer was a little too messy for me too. Rambo having a future wife, like a arranged marriage, that was a lot for me to handle too. I mean, I guess people still do that. That's a very common thing to happen, especially in Asian countries, Middle Eastern countries. Um, but I don't know. I just think that whole plot line could have not. It didn't need to exist. Like a lot of the plot lines for the show didn't need to exist. Like Oat and Pop's relationship of cat and mouse could have been cute, but it just felt really aggressive. Pri and Rambo's relationship could have been great, but the person who wrote the script or the person who told them what to do with the ad libs just didn't think it through. They thought that, "Hey, we're just gonna make you 2 eventually hate each other by the end of season 1, and then not even get back together in season 2, so that you could, like, be bad characters together." I don't know, it just felt awful, and then I don't even think they tried to, like, give them, like, another relationship outside of each other, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think they kept this whole drama all the way up into season 2, where, uh, Pre the entire time is trying to save Rambo from himself, and Rambo keeps pushing him away, forcing drugs and alcohol down his own throat, and, like, crying about how his father's forcing him to marry this girl. I think at one point the girl even is like, "We can get married and you can keep having sex with men, like, I don't even care. I'm only doing this because I'm also being forced." Something like that. I'm sorry, I don't remember this show that much, and I just remember how bad it was. I remember being so angry at it that I wanted it to not exist. Think that's what it was. And this is the reason why I stopped watching BLs. This show had such an impact on me that I just could not handle watching it. The impact was so bad, it was so awful that I was like, "I this is what BL is? This is what a lot of the BLs are going to be like this year?" Mind you, this is back in 2018. Back in 2018. I think looking at the way this show was done and who it was done by, because it was done by Line TV at the time, I was like, "I will never watch anything else that Line TV does." Little did I know, I would be watching Don't Say No, Time Typed, and all the other Line TV BLs that were a lot better than this. Even though the writing for those is also just, like, not good either. Um, but yeah, don't watch the show. I advise you never to watch What the Duck 1 or 2 or even the special. Was there a side show? Like a side like a spinoff? Was there a spinoff? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's not I don't know. It's not good. Yeah, don't watch it. It's not worth it. If you're gonna watch it for Mew, because a lot of people seem to watch a lot of things that he's in, watch anything else. Watch Time Type, watch a mini episode of one of his like vlogs. Put your time into better use because this show is not a good use of your time. Um, hope this helps. Hope this wasn't too crazy, and I hope I don't sound mentally unstable. But man, this show was awful. This show made me feral. It made me feral, made me violent. And, oh, right, there was, like, a weird rape scene at the end of the last episode of season 1 where they go into, like, a lodge. I don't know if he was raped or not, but they go into, like, a lodging location or, like, a lodging place where they're supposed to spend the night, and then Oat is like, "We're gonna have sex," and Pop is like, no, I'm not ready," and then Oat just kinda, like, attacks him, and then it fades to black. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they ended up having sex or not. I don't know if it was a rape, but a lot of people keep saying it was a rape, so I'm gonna believe those people because again, I'm not watching this. I will not watch this. Please don't make me. I'm begging you. I will not watch this. Not again. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys like this. I hope this was entertaining for some of you, and I hope by you listening to me talk about the show, you never take a chance to watch it. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. You deserve better than this. You deserve so much more than this. You know what you deserve? History 3 Trapped. That's what you deserved. I can never talk bad about that show because you know what? It is great writing, great acting, amazing directing, had a budget. Please watch History 3 Trapped. I'm begging you. It was such a good show. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys next week, maybe. I guess. I don't know. Hopefully. I'm doing this whole new like podcast hosting place. Maybe I can upload more episodes a week. I don't know. Hopefully. Either way, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.